Cami is a PDF annotation tool that's been used for several years in Stanley County, and up until recently, really the application was good, but it was a stretch to get students to use it properly in class and to make sure their annotations were saved. But a lot of those things have been worked out and solved really through the LTI integration into Canvas. So what we can do now is actually assign PDFs that students can complete and include interactive feedback for those things. And what I did was I just went to assignments and a new assignment. So I'm just going to show you based on this what we can do. What I did was I put a quick YouTube video on the basics of graphing inequalities. And then I'm going to go down here and make sure that my submission type is an external tool. And I'm just going to click Find. And the one I'm looking for is the Cami Google Drive assignment. When I do that, it's going to either ask me to sign in, just like it is, so I just hit with Google, and it's going to ask me those typical questions while it redirects. I'm going to choose my Google account. And this is really a one-time thing since I've never signed in on this computer before. It's asking me to do these things. And once I'm in, it then will take me to a place where I can select the document I want. And it'll either pull from my drive, or a lot of people have them on their computer. I'm just going to upload. I have a file on my computer that I really want to use. So what I'm going to do is I know that it's on my desktop, and it's this graphing inequalities sheet. So once I get that set up, I just hit select. I go down here, I can have however many attempts I want students to have, the due date, all of that. I'm going to hit save and publish. And now whenever this saves, it will take me over. You'll see the content above. And that's where I can include directions and everything else. So if I'm telling my students, watch this quick video and then complete this assignment, they can go through here and actually complete this assignment. So let me show you how this works. On the student's end, they'll have a little bit more screen real estate since I took up a lot of that with the video, and my teacher view is a little bit, I guess, restricted. But in Cami, the neat features are, let's say that I need my students to have access to the dictionary. Well, all a student has to do is, if they don't know that word, they can highlight it and it gives them the definition. So be careful if you're an English teacher, don't assign your kids work that's based on Cami, and you want to make sure they're doing definitions. They can find those just with a click of a button, copy and paste. The other part that can happen is text to speech, and it works the same way. If they highlight a word, it will then read it to them. It could read a whole paragraph. Now, this isn't fluid like human, I guess, speaking. It is computer based, so there is that limitation, but it's better than nothing. It works pretty good for a computer based reading. You also have the markup tools, so if we're telling our students what they need to highlight, like I need to go through here and start off with highlighting that sign first. I want them to highlight the inequality sign before you do anything else. Then we can do that. Going down to the comment feature, and this is probably the most exciting for me, is this ability for students and teachers to have interactive comments. So for this, I have the ability to do a voice comment, a video comment, or a screen capture comment. So if I'm going through here and giving these students feedback, I can actually do a quick screen capture of the work that they submitted to give them suggestions on how they can improve. I mean, that's huge as a teacher. Also, as students, they can go through here and do a voice comment real quick, drop it in number 2, and even say, I didn't quite understand this problem here. I didn't really understand what I needed to do. I tried my best, but I still feel a little bit confused. As you can see, it's recording everything I'm doing. I just hit stop over there, and then the comment is saved. Teachers can do that too to give feedback. Students can go through and access it. And this is a case-by-case basis whenever you're giving feedback within SpeedGrader. Now, the obvious thing is a text box. If I type here, I can then type anything I want to in. I can go through here and edit anything I want to edit within this PDF and annotate on top of it. In the past, I had to save this annotation so that it would be there, but within Canvas, I don't have to save it. I just submit it and it's good. The equation editor allows you to insert symbols. The drawing tool, that would allow me to actually go through here, and since on this first one I need it to be less than or equal to -5, I need to make sure I'm at -5 and going that way. So I can actually shade here. For the students trying to put in shapes, because we all know we got to put a closed circle on that, I can go through here and make sure that my shape is there and then fill in my shape. So it really makes it a good tool to go through here and complete this work, so that it really makes these worksheets interactive to the point where the commenting feature along with the ability to annotate on top gives it a lot of powerful possibilities. I can also insert images straight on top of here too. So if I'm asking them to find examples of this in real life, they can submit those things as well within this PDF. And keep in mind, this all started as a worksheet. Any math teacher is well aware of CUDA software because it's been around forever. And we have these worksheets that we give students, and now with a few clicks we can make them interactive PDFs to where we can include voice comments, video comments, screencasts. Students can do the same thing. On the student's end, when they're ready to submit, all they do is up here, instead of a save button, they see a submit button. On the teacher's end, you would go to SpeedGrader and you would see their exact Kami document and be able to use the same tools from Kami to give feedback. So I hope that this will prove to be a helpful tool for you, and I feel like it's an awesome way to get started with Canvas and allow teachers to use content that they're used to using, but make it in a way that I guess redefines what we can do with that.